Wow, incredible
That
plays coming out
that
here.
like
Yeah.
right hand jumping flick shot was just absolutely insane. He actually landed like a jump off the build fadeaway shot. So you can see the skill and the mechanics from Macon just already starting to shine. He gets some more mats, gets some more health, and hey, he just continues his little run south, going toward the zone. Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Krashy, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I want to go into a bit of a story and give you guys a little bit of information about who I am, and basically this is, who is Krashy in the video. And it's not going to be too extensive. I am going to touch a lot on my past and like things that I've done, and just talk about myself as a person. But I'm also using this as a commentary video for a Kungarna recruitment challenge because they are running a KNGRC right now, and I am a big fan of the team. I'm a fan of Michael, the Fortnite guy. If you guys saw the clip at the very beginning, you guys know that I've actually casted with them. I've been on the channel, if you want to consider it, 3 different times because they've cut the clips from that tryout session, that casting, into 3 different videos. So hey, I think, I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm a perfect candidate. I think I would represent the team well. And to kind of touch on my content is very commentary based, very kind of podcasty. It's discussion based, it's analytical. It's not meant to be necessarily about my gameplay specifically, but much more about the voice and the message, and trying to learn and improve and just talk about the game, talk about something we love. So basically, if you guys don't know, I'm 26 years old. I'll be 27 in December. I'm from Houston, Texas, and at 26, 27 years old, I have been doing gaming and esports for a very long time. And this is a lot of regurgitated information that I give, just talking to people online and giving my backstory and being on Twitter and such. But I am an old school competitive gaming veteran at this point. I started competing when I was about 12 years old, 13 years old, and I attended my first competitive gaming event at MLG Orlando 2007 on the Xbox 360 for Gears of War. Now, I was a competitive player in Gears of War for many, many years. I mean, like a decade. I mean, from Gears 1 to 2 to 3, I played Online Judgment, played Gears 4 LANs. I went to LANs for all of these different games if they were supported. Dabbled a little bit in online game battles for Halo and Call of Duty, and eventually got into PC gaming. So I've been doing gaming and competitive gaming for a long time, before it was called esports, before a lot of the big structure and the big organizations were even organizations. They were teams that were being started for fun. Team Solo Mid started from League of Legends, Optic Gaming, FaZe Clan started from Call of Duty videos, and it's just crazy to see where everything has come from, and where everything has gone. And it's just getting bigger and bigger, and we're still in the esports infancy. There's still so much that's going to happen, and the franchising leagues are starting to grow, and there's just, again, I can't even talk about it because there's just so much that's going on. But eventually I got into PC gaming, and it led me into MOBAs. Primarily was what I was doing on PC gaming. So I went from third-person, first-person shooters to playing MOBAs. I got into League of Legends, and then eventually that led me to a game called Infinite Crisis. And Infinite Crisis was in my history where I felt the most like a professional player. I was on one of the best teams in North America for a few, I guess in a way of saying it, seasons of that game. And eventually I found my way onto the best team in North America and qualified for multiple LANs where I got to travel and play in these big tournaments under 2 different teams with a couple different rosters, and it was a great time. At that time I was actually sponsored by Complexity as well, one of the bigger esports organizations here in North America, and that's how I got my partnership on Twitch. And so just a lot of things were going well for me. I was doing really good on YouTube. I had a pretty good sized stream, and that's, again, if I look back at my history, when I felt the most like a professional, the most in the industry. And by then I already knew I had a passion for gaming, but that's really when I found out I had a passion for content and using my voice, because at the time, even though my content back then was gameplay centric, teaching people, making guides and stuff, it was always very commentary based and commentary driven as well. And that's definitely what I like to do. I like to cast, like to be a caster, for tournaments, but I like to commentate and provide commentary and get analytical, and that's really kind of the theme of this channel. If you guys have been following, you guys know I will maybe talk about recent events or cover some news here and there, but it's mainly to give my thoughts and my opinions and kind of my perspective. I always want to give you guys an informed and educated perspective, and I think it's a really fun spin on commentary and a very podcasty kind of like short form type of way. So after Infinite Crisis, that game died. It did not exist. It does not exist any longer. It didn't make enough money. Started playing Here's the Storm, Overwatch, and then out of Overwatch, I really, Here's the Storm and Overwatch, I did a little bit of competing in, but nothing serious. It didn't even really stick with it very long. And then I started playing Fortnite, and Fortnite I liked. I was actually bigger into PUBG and didn't really like Fortnite right away, but once I got into it, I realized that the game was very hard and there was just so much to learn. And that was back when there was no creative mode, and me and my friend Vanless used to Q snipe each other just to fight. And we were playing on high ping because he's in Germany, so we were Q sniping each other on alt accounts just to fight in Wailing Woods, with max wood. And I mean, to see where this game has gone is insane. I don't even know how to talk about it. But when I got my first real competitive break, I had kind of started getting into FNPL and maybe was playing a week or two of scrims, and I've had a pretty convoluted history in terms of IRL stuff. I wasn't in the best place at the time, but I spent a lot of money, and I went to go to Seattle, Washington for PAX West, which was where the Summer Skirmish finale was happening. And my sister lived in Seattle, so it was just kind of like a win-win. I was like, I'm going to go to this event. I'm going to see if I can play, because it is an open event. But I'm going to go to the event. I'm going to see if I can play. If not, I'll watch, and then I get to hang out and visit my sister. So I had a place to stay, and I mean, no kidding, I really spent like almost all of my money, and I went to Seattle. And Friday was the first day. Everybody, if you guys haven't heard this story, everybody had to stay in these long lines. I'm trying to kind of keep this short, but everybody had to stay in these long lines. We were standing out in the rain. It was basically 900 people got to play in this open event and try to qualify, and I ended up actually qualifying. So you made it through like the afternoon, morning qualifier, and then there was a nighttime qualifier, which is basically like semifinals to make it into the grand finals. So I make it through the morning qualifier. It actually wasn't that hard. I mean, there was a lot of random people there and whatnot. So I make it into the night qualifier, and that was really my goal. My goal when I went there, because I knew I was good at the game, but I didn't think I was very good. My goal was to make it to the night qualifier. I get to the night qualifier, and I'm sitting next to FaZe Tempo, and I'm like, dude, this is crazy. Like, what is this experience? It's so fun. I'm loving it. And I qualified in like the last place, or the second to last place. I think it was like 32 or 33 people qualified, and I made it to grand finals. And making it to grand finals at PAX was similar to like the World Cup, just like really scaled down. It's like a guaranteed $5,000. So at this point, I'm like, I just made $5,000 playing Fortnite at an event I didn't really have plans to go to, and just kind of pulled the trigger on. And I mean, just what an amazing experience. Now, I played in finals, got absolutely destroyed, got 97th place, but I had a lot of fun. I actually was pretty close to getting a few points, but I ended up only getting like a couple kills in the finals games. I was really dying off spawn and just fighting like a different caliber of player. I mean, seriously, I was getting destroyed by some really, really good players in the finals. And, it was, like I said, it was just such a great experience. And that's whenever I realized I really wanted to kind of push myself in the Fortnite scene, and I wanted to compete. Now, fast forward to today, I'm not nearly as good a player as I was back then, at least in perception. With all these online tournaments, everybody can play, and the talent pool in the world is phenomenal. It's great. I love that there are so many people that are having their lives changed, and that, a lot of the best really get to shine. And unfortunately, the game and the formats and everything aren't always perfect, but you can't deny that what's going on with Fortnite competitive is nothing short of amazing. I mean, it's just a great time, and I have kind of found myself, finding a really comfortable position, trying to talk about content and work on content while still wanting to compete, because I love competing. I love competitive gaming, and wanting to find my voice within esports. So like I said, guys, I'm 26 years old. I've been doing this a long time, and I feel like out of all the life experience I've had, the full-time careers, everything that I've done, it just doesn't compare. And in life, to me, I have a hard time doing things if I don't find some kind of fulfillment. And when I'm living in the real world, and I mean this, and I don't know how to explain it, when I'm living in the real world, I struggle so hard to find a sense of purpose and a sense of fulfillment. But when I'm here, when I'm on YouTube, when I'm sitting at this desk and I'm talking behind this mic, when I'm streaming, I'm hanging out with friends, I'm watching these big tournaments. I mean, the World Cup it was everything to me. I wanted to watch it so bad, and I got to, and I got so much great, amazing moments out of it. And this is my life. I know it. I know this is my life, and I know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And you know, I had someone a long time ago, you know, I don't know, it's general idea or general advice when talking about creating content and making YouTube videos. Someone said, you know, watch your own content. Like, is it something you would watch? And it is. I love commentary content. I love analytical VOD reviews, Q&As, vlogs. I mean, that's, you know, just long content that you can turn on and kind of listen to or watch. And so sometimes, yeah, I actually do go back and watch my own videos, and I always watch my videos before I upload them. I'm always trying to make the best edits with the audio and to clean things up here and there, and just to make it the best experience that someone that would watch my videos would want it to be. And I get some pretty good reception. I just feel like I haven't quite broken out yet. And the reason I get to this point is because, you know, I believe in myself. I believe in the product that I'm making, the content that I'm making, and I'm ready to push myself further, to continue to work hard. I've been uploading like crazy. I'm constantly looking for something to talk about. I'm always trying to keep my topics and my videos and my discussions as, you know, genuine as possible, meaning I'm not just talking just to talk. I'm not just creating a video just to create a video. I genuinely want to say what I have to say, and what I have to say I think deserves to be heard. And so, you know, if you're someone that's listening to this, if you've already known me, then, you know, you're my best friend. You're my supporters. You know, you're the people that I surround myself in my social circle. And if you support me, that's amazing. And all I can do is continue to work hard for you guys, for myself, in hopes that I can turn what feels like my real life and what feels like my real purpose into some form of career and some form of you know, a means for me to do what I love. And that is kind of what Kungarna is, you know. That's kind of what they've put on. They've put on a platform based off of the back of one hardworking individual. And Michael, the Fortnite guy, he's worked hard. Like I said, guys, I've been a fan of his for a while. I used to watch him when he competed on Kungarna back in Overwatch. I used to watch him when he was covering drama and news in Overwatch. I actually even have a video on this channel really far down where I guess he had put out some kind of a video and I have a response to him, and I even used a picture of him in the thumbnail. So I'm a fan of Michael. I'm a fan of him and his work, you know, on his own channel. But now seeing what he's done with the team and the ability to enable others and help build careers and grow followings and just put people, you know, behind their passion is really exciting. And I think if I'm being honest, I think I'm deserving of that opportunity. I think I'm deserving of the kingdom coming to my channel and watching and listening to what I have to say and me having a discussion with you guys. And I say you guys as if I'm already addressing the team that I know I'm about to be on, the followers that I feel like I'm about to have. So that's my content. And this video is a little unconventional because I'm not necessarily talking about something related to Fortnite. I'm really just talking about myself, but I really want to let you guys know my goals and give you kind of my mission statement. Like, my goal is to continue to work hard and to talk about the game that we love and to discuss the things that are worth being discussed and to, you know, break down the content that deserves to be, you know, talked about, and to have my opinion while doing it, because you know, I pull a lot of motivation from that Denver guy and from the Fortnite guy, and while I love the content that they make, I'm not necessarily news-based. I will talk about current events, but I want to always make sure that I'm giving an informed opinion coming from my perspective, and that it's something that, like I said, is worth being heard. So thank you guys so much for checking out this video. If you are a supporter of me, please go on Twitter, you know, say in the comment section down below, do whatever you can to support me and let KNG know that you want to see KNG Krashy in the near future. You know, I have, you know, I have an amazing set of people that I talk to every single day in the comic sections who are constantly telling me that my content is good and that, you know, I deserve more followers, this, that, and the other. You know, Loy, others, I just the one off the top of my head, because it was just recently telling me, or, you know, putting on Twitter that they, you know, they want to see me hosting, they want to, you know, they're always just supporting me. Really just the thing I'm getting at. People that are always out there supporting me. And to me, if I can reach a few people like that, or you know, just however many people I have already, then I know that I can do that for others, and I know that I can be, you know, the person that I think I am, and that's a content creator and a member of Kungarna. And I may not be a pro player on a pro team, but I can definitely be, you know, a future influencer, you know, an analytical thinker, someone that has a voice. So thank you guys so much for helping me find that voice, and thank you so much for supporting me. So thanks again for checking out this video. Please let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think? Are you going to support me on my rise to the kingdom? Are you gonna let Michael and Motorius and all the rest of Kungarna know that you want to see this type of content either featured on their channel whenever, you know, I can find room to get an upload in, or, you know, if they can just support me in my goals to, you know, make content a full-time job for me. I appreciate it again. As always, thank you guys for checking out this video. Please don't leave without leaving a like. I always say that. Thank you guys so much again. And I'll see you on the next video.
Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earth?